comment,
and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this edition of a Funko Popcast. I'm DK Wrestler.
And I'm MD Shady.
And today is going to be a pretty cool podcast, essentially because of the fact that this is actually our first podcast we are recording in the year of 2021. I know there's already been 2 podcasts released in 2021 so far, but we had recorded those weeks in advance, I think way before Christmas. So we had a couple weeks off, actually almost a month off of doing podcasts. So if we are a little rusty today, it's because we haven't recorded a podcast in about a month or so. But we do have the remaining Funko Pop announcements for December 2020, which there are so many cool Funko Pop announcements to discuss from December today. Of course, we have our segment, The Update, that will update that December list. And then we will talk about the little bit of January 2021 Funko Pop announcements, because there hasn't been much, but there is an explanation, which we will get to in a little bit. But we will kick off, though, with a small segment of What's the Haps, considering that the Christmas holidays have happened and all that. So, MD, what's the haps with you? How was your Christmas? How was your New Year's? Especially with that 3D printer that you got. I want to know updates on that 3D printer.
Christmas was really great. Only had my grandmother over because obviously the stuff that's going on with the world. My grandma always comes over and she lives on her own, so it's not like it's a threat to anyone really if she comes over. So we had my grandma over. She got me some very amazing presents, like a $200 gift card for golf this coming up year, which I'm super pumped about because that'll save me some money for pops if I'm not spending it on golf. But yeah, Christmas is good. Spent it with my family. Got a 3D printer, which is super, super cool. I hooked it up. I got to open it on Christmas Eve. So the night of Christmas Eve, I hooked it up and there was a free print, like a trial print that came on it. And it was just a couple little owls. So I printed that off. That was great. And then I tried to slice a file to make some Baby Yoda keychains. I did everything that I'm supposed to do with my printer. And I went to print them and I can't figure out how to do it. So I still need some more practice with the 3D printer because I'm just not that great at it yet. But besides that, I'm back to work now after the holidays. And honestly, it is slow. We are only open for takeout, obviously. And soon we will be switching to just Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays being open. So it's going to be even more slow. And I'm definitely going to have to go on EI, which is kind of a pain, but you got to do what you got to do if you want to collect some Funko Pops. Am I right? So games that I've been playing a lot of NHL 21. Great hockey game. Love it. Most of my time has been going to that game, honestly. And our buddy Ravi, me and him have been playing a heck of a lot of Rocket League recently too, which is super cool. For shows, I binged all of Cobra Kai in like a day and a half, which was super awesome. Can't wait for the next season, which that'll be a while. I've been watching some of The Simpsons on Disney Plus, and then mostly just YouTube like I normally do, watching random YouTube videos. So what's the haps with you?
Christmas was pretty good for the circumstances that we were under because of the pandemic. Got some cool stuff. As terms to other things, I think basically I've been busy with some of the videos on the channel, even though it's not really that busy because a lot of content we filmed just before our current gray zone lockdown. As terms to TV shows and movies, I guess I watched Ted last night because it's on Netflix, and I have jumped on the hype train known as Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Finally, it's such a great show. I now understand why so many people want Funko Pops for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes.
Such a great show. I think my favorite character right now has to be either Terry or it's Charles. I think those are my 2 favorites in the show. If I started watching today, it would be season 4 now. I've been binging that a lot. I watched like a season a day for like 2 days, and then I watched like season 3 in the course of like 2 days. So I watched like half and half essentially. Yeah, that's basically it. I haven't really watched much TV shows, although I know Friday, as this podcast gets released, WandaVision releases on Disney Plus. So I'll be watching those. I think they're actually launching 2 episodes instead of 1 to launch off. And then of course it's weekly episodes because that's how Disney Plus does it. I guess that's basically it. I didn't have much for What's the Haps, but let's move on now to the December 2020 2020 Funko Pop announcements, which, although it seemed like it was very lackluster the last time we talked about these pops, they started picking up right after we finished that last podcast. They go from December 16th until New Year's Eve on December 31st. So, kicking off, Funko had announced a Funko Shop drop of a few pops, but one of them is an Avengers Endgame cameo Stan Lee, which, of course, that has since sold out. And then on that same day, Funko had finally confirmed a brand new wave of Pokemon pops, which this set we have Mew, Ponyta, a silver metallic Pikachu, and Raichu, which those are expected to release as early as February 2021. Then December 17th, Funko had announced a Boneyard Undertaker, which will be exclusive to Amazon, and that is available for pre-order now, and it is expected to release as early as, I think, next week, actually, so I'm very pumped for that pop. And also on that same day, Funko had announced a Hot Topic exclusive Ned Flanders, in which that is available now on Hot Topic's website, which perfect timing because as we're recording this, Hot Cash has begun, so take advantage of getting a couple of Ned Flanders there. Also, Funko had confirmed on the Funko app that day of a Elias Peterson of the Vancouver Canucks pop, which this is a Canada exclusive, and this is available now because I did see this at our local EB Games, so it is available now at various Canadian retailers. Then on December 18th, Funko had announced a couple pops for the TV series Eastbound and Down, which are two variants of Kenny Powers. One is in a mariachi outfit, and the other has cornrows, in which those are expected to release as early as March 2021. Then Pop Culture had announced on that day an exclusive pop of Clicker from, I think it's The Last of Us, but it's a part of the PlayStation lineup, which assuming, I think this is available now as an EB Games / GameStop exclusive. On December 21st, we kind of get this big jump there. As a part of Mando Mondays, Funko had confirmed an IG-11 with the Child Pop and Tea bundle, which this will be an EB Games / GameStop exclusive, in which this is available now. And then on that same day, on the 21st, Funko had announced a wave of pops for the series Good Omens. So we got ourselves a Xerofail with a 1 in 6 chase holding an ice cream, Crowley with a 1 in 6 chase holding a popsicle, and then we have a specialty series exclusive 2-pack of these two characters, which these are expected to release as early as March 2021. And then on December 22nd, Funko had confirmed on the Funko app of the Lil Wayne The Carter 3 pop albums, which that is expected to release as early as February 2021. And on that same day, Funko had confirmed pops for the Netflix series The Queen's Gambit, in which this set has all three variants of Beth, which one has trophies, one's just a regular version, and then a Beth finale pop, which those are expected to release as early as February 2021. Then on December 23rd, Funko had re-announced both the DC Imperial Palace and new wave of Marvel Zombies pops, but added a new pop to each of those lineups. So first we got ourselves a Funko Shop exclusive blue Imperial Batman, and then we got ourselves a box lunch exclusive glow-in-the-dark zombie Gambit, which the Funko Shop exclusive blue Batman is expected to release as early as February 2021, but the zombie Gambit that's glow-in-the-dark is expected to release as early as March 2021. And then last but not least, for 2020 is a flocked variant of the Chantler as Bunny for the Friends lineup, in which this is going to be a Target exclusive. Not only that, it will actually be a part of Target Con 2021, which is supposed to be happening, I believe, at the first week of February. So that's going to be when it's expected to release. So starting off with the Stan Lee pop. Now, when I first looked at this, I didn't even know that this was Stan Lee because it reminds me of, if anyone has seen this TV show, and a couple people actually laughed at my comment, that this looks like the guy who plays the director in the TV series Glow on Netflix. It looks exactly like that guy. And that's what I thought it was. I thought we were getting a Glow pop, although Glow has been canceled, unfortunately. But this is still cool. Then we got ourselves some Pokemon pops, which I'm pretty excited for this lineup. I don't think I'm personally going to get any of them, but personally, my favorite is Raichu because I always, for some reason, have been a fan of Raichu over Pikachu. I always thought the look of Raichu was cool, but I know that the overall favorite from all the Funko fanatics is probably going to be towards Mew, just because it was a requested pop throughout 2020. It's kind of like what happened with Mewtwo in 2019, where everybody kept saying Mewtwo, Mewtwo, let's get Mewtwo, and then we got him in 2020. Now people have been wanting Mew throughout 2020, and now it's going to be released in 2021 with this wave. The Ponita looks funny because it looks badass, but it also looks like it's a My Little Pony pop. Huh, My Little Ponita. Haha. And then the silver metallic Pikachu. I already know how this trend is going to be going. If there's going to be 4 waves of Pokemon pops releasing in 2021, we're going to be getting a silver metallic Pikachu along with a silver metallic starter Pokemon pop with every wave. So a Bulbasaur, Charmander, and a Squirtle. The only thing cool about this pop, though, and I don't know how many people know this, but there's actually going to be a 25th anniversary Pokemon sticker placed on this box. So that's probably the only cool thing about this, in my opinion. But overall, this is a decent lineup. Now we got the Boneyard Undertaker. This is amazing because, first of all, I seen that WWE logo when I was looking through Funko's photos. I'm like, oh, sweet, thinking that we're getting that huge wave of rumored WWE pops we kept hearing for months upon months. And then I scroll down and it's this Boneyard Undertaker. And I'm like, this is awesome because even though it's not exactly American Badass Undertaker, I can accept this pop for right now until we eventually get an actual American Badass Undertaker, possibly on a motorcycle, making it the first WWE pop rides. But this is awesome. I obviously pre ordered this on Amazon minutes after it was announced, and it does ship out, I think, next week. So I'm very pumped about that. Hopefully, we get a video out within the next couple of weeks of reviewing this pop. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. And this is the outfit that Undertaker had worn in his very last match, or as they're saying, his very last match against AJ Styles this past WrestleMania. Ned Flanders. This is really cool. I'm sure that MD's super pumped about this because I feel like this is one of his most requested characters he's been wanting for the normal Simpsons lineup. And I think it looks really cool. There was quite a bit of hype, but there wasn't at the same time because there's a lot of people who kept wanting sexy Ned Flanders. I can't exactly remember where that's from, but like I know it's in The Simpsons, but I don't think I've seen the episode, so I wouldn't really know. So there's a lot of people who want that, but it's cool that we got this Ned Flanders. Elias Peterson, it's all right. Not a fan of the Vancouver Canucks. People who know me, they know that I'm a fan of Pittsburgh Penguins. And of course, MD's a fan of the Washington Capitals. So I don't think we necessarily care about this pop all that much. But yes, like I mentioned, this was released weeks before this was confirmed on the Funko app. Eastbound and Down. Now, I've heard about this show, but I've never seen it. It's pretty cool that they made pops for this, but I don't think I'm going to be getting any of them. Clicker looks very, very creepy. I haven't played The Last of Us, which I know that's going to be a huge unpopular opinion, but lately I haven't had time for games, especially because I don't have Xbox Live. I haven't had it for, I think, 2 years now, especially because I don't need Xbox Live to go watch Netflix and Disney Plus. So, anyways, moving on to the IG-11 with Child. This is a cool pop. This was actually from season 1, which I'm surprised that they're still pumping up some season 1 pops, considering we have just ended season 2. The box is meh. It's that trend that they keep doing of making it a pop box and not making it super cool and exciting. And the t-shirt's all right too. I think once again, like your opinion about, I think the Moff Gideon is that for once again, the pop is actually better than both the t-shirt and the box. Good Omens. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about this show. And the one thing that really surprises me is that this announcement, when we retweeted it from Funko's Instagram onto our Instagram, we got over 1,500 likes on this photo. It gained a lot of traction to our page, and I was surprised about that. And I thought, wow, like people must really like this show. I'm sure that people are going to buy this pop. I do like the 2-pack better than the singular pops, just because I feel, in my opinion, I don't know how significant it is to the show, but I'm not a fan of like the only difference between the chase is just one little thing. Like it looks like the one character's got a book and then an ice cream, and then it looks like an apple and then a popsicle, while the two in the 2-pack are just completely different molds and look badass. They got wings. One's holding what looks to be some sort of sword with flames on it, and the other looks like some sort of wrench or a super tiny golf club, but probably a wrench. The Carter 3 pop albums. This is not too bad. I do like this better than the Notorious B.I.G. pop albums just because of the way that the baby looks. Of course, because there's more detail because of the tattoos and the outfit it's wearing, and you couldn't really do much with the Notorious B.I.G. album. This is not too bad. Probably not going to get this because I'm not the biggest fan of rap, but I'm sure there are people that are going to get this. The Queen's Gambit. Haven't seen the show on Netflix either. I know this just came out not too long ago, and it's that show about chess, I believe. I don't know how many people are going to get all the pops, but I know there's probably going to be people who get maybe one or two, but these are all right. The Imperial Palace DC Batman, the blue outfit. I think so far this is the best one that they've made. I really like how the blue stands out, and especially with the gray and the yellow involved in this outfit. I do like it better than the normal Batman. And I'm kind of excited to see potential Imperial pops added to this line. Like, what if they did Green Lantern or the Flash and all that? I'd like to see how that turns out. So far, this is the best one in my opinion. The glow in the dark zombie Gambit, this is all right. I mean, the detail already with the normal one is pretty cool, but just making it glow in the dark, it's like, eh. I mean, the green glows in the dark, the one eye glows in the dark, and then the card glows in the dark. They probably did this because they already had that one Gambit pop that released last year and that it glowed in the dark also. So that's probably where they got the idea from, but it's all right. And then we got ourselves the flocked Chandler Bing as Bunny, which is not too bad. I like the idea of this outfit being flocked. I think it's a very cool idea on Funko's part on this.
So moving on to my opinions, we got this Stanley. That's pretty funny what you said about how he looks like the guy from Glow. I definitely see that. Good job on that one. This pop's all right. I like what this looks like, and it's kind of a refreshing Stanley pop rather than the ones we've been seeing with his other cameos where he's kind of just in these different weird costumes. So I do really, really like this one. The new Pokemon series, this is great. Also, very, very weird. I'm surprised that Ponyta is in this lineup just because I feel like there's a lot of other fan favorite Pokemon that could have went in before Ponyta. But that Mew is so sick. I love the blue eyes and I love how it comes with kind of like the stand so that he's floating. Obviously, Mew doesn't just walk around. And then the Raichu is pretty cool as well. And then we have that Pikachu. More Pikachus that I'm going to have to collect, which kind of sucks because I'm kind of sick of Pikachu, but I'm very interested in what that sticker looks like and definitely going to be getting these silver pops. Then the Boneyard Undertaker. Yeah, this is really cool. I watched the match and it was good. I think this pop could have been better, obviously, if it was the American Badass Undertaker and obviously if it was a Pop Rides, but this is cool for now, for sure. Ned Flanders, Hot Topic exclusive. This is what I like to see. I've been wanting a normal Ned Flanders for quite some time now, and I couldn't have picked a better retailer for it to go to. So that is super awesome. Love this pop. Oh, and I wanted to touch on Stupid Sexy Flanders that you're talking about. Basically, in the episode, Homer and him are skiing, and I think it's like Homer's trying to be better than Flanders, like always. And Flanders is like really good at skiing, and he has some cheeks, man. He's got some cheeks. So he goes past Homer, and then Homer says, "Oh, stupid sexy Flanders." And then Elias Pettersson. This is awesome. I'm not a huge fan of the Vancouver Canucks anymore just because Lulu's not there anymore. The Sedins aren't there anymore, but they have a really great team and definitely some potential in this upcoming season. And honestly, this Elias pop is one of the best hockey pops we've seen for like head sculpt likeness. This looks just like Elias, so that is super awesome. The Eastbound and Down pops, these are funny. I remember back in the day seeing like not watching the show, but seeing clips of it and stuff. And these pops look really, really cool. The clicker, this thing is super ugly, but I guess that's kind of the point. I need to start collecting some of these PlayStation pops because I really, really like their boxes. Then we have this Pop and Tea bundle of IG-11 and Grogu, I guess. And yeah, I would have to agree, but it's the same thing with the Moff Gideon one where the pop is the best part about it. The box is the worst part about it. The t-shirt is all right, I guess. IG, I guess. You catch that? Then the good Omens pops. Yeah, crazy that we had so many likes on our post on Instagram. So obviously that means people are going to be wanting these pops. And I guess it's a good thing that they have chases then. But at the same time, yeah, it's just the same sculpt. It's really weird. Yeah, just with the ice cream swap. But I'm guessing, if I had to make a guess, is that the scene where they have ice cream is probably some kind of like comedic value from the show. So yeah, I'm assuming that it's a like some kind of comedy part of the show, and that's why people are kind of hyped for that. What I think would have been a good idea is if it was a 2-pack and then you could get a Chase 2-pack, which would be super, super cool. Then the Carter 3. This is awesome. I'm super pumped about this. I'm loving the pop albums that have been coming out recently, and this is a great addition. I love Lil Wayne, so I will definitely be picking this up. I believe I even own this album in real life. Well, pops are real life, but you get what I mean. Then the Queen's Gambit. These are all right looking pops. I started watching it the other day and I was already super tired. I didn't end up finishing the first episode. I don't know. I wasn't getting into it super a lot, but then I talked to my mom about it and she said it's a great show. You should watch it. So I'm going to have to give it a try. And then who knows? Maybe I'll end up picking up these pops. Then the Batman. Okay. This is the best one so far. But if you zoom in on, I guess, the body, the paint job on this is just not good. I could hand paint this better than what it looks like. And I don't know if that's just because of the one that they used for this photo, if it'll be better when they actually hit shelves or what. But there's a lot of leakage, is what I'm seeing here. And it's just not that great. But when it's zoomed out, this pop looks super good. I love how those colors just go together so nicely. Then the Zombie Gambit. There's only one thing I could say about this pop, and it's this is going to be the one and only Marvel Zombies pop that I have in my collection. So I think this is a really, really cool one, and I hate the lineup, but I will definitely be getting this pop. Oh my god, Chandler Bing. I love this pop as well. I definitely need to get this, and I feel like it's going to be expensive, and it's going to be expensive fast because I can see this selling out most likely. Flocked Chandler Bing is the bunny. This is super cool. I love how this looks flocked. I loved the original one, but now that it's flocked, I'm definitely getting the flocked over the normal one. That's for sure.
Of course, we're in the year 2021 now, and I still botch hockey names.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that. But don't worry, even huge hockey fans always botch that name.
And then, of course, I realize now with the realization I forgot to mention when we talked about the new wave a couple weeks ago is that unfortunately, I know there's probably going to be a day that they're going to make a zombie Carnage, and I'm going to be forced to get it because I'm trying to get that complete Carnage lineup. That is an epic fail right now because I only have a few. But, anyways, so now we're going to move on to our segment, The Update, where we get to update our top 10 list since we are now completely done with December. What is your list looking like? Has it got flipped, turned upside down like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or what?
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. It has definitely changed since last year now, we can say, I guess. So, the things that have changed coming in at number 2 now, my new number 2 is Mew from the new Pokemon lineup. Then my number 3 has also changed, and that is now Ned Flanders. My number 4 has changed, and that is the Carter 3. And then my number 9 has also changed, and that is the Flocked Chandler Bing.
All right, so my list has actually changed also. Half of the list is changed on this. So I'll start off with essentially what would be number 10. So coming at number 10 is the Carter 3 pop albums. This pop album is pretty cool. I do like it better than the Notorious B.I.G. one, like I mentioned, but I feel like there is a bit more hype as terms to the next few that I'm going to be talking about, which then at number 9 is the Hot Topic exclusive Ned Flanders. Although I really wanted to put this more higher on the list, it's because of the hype involving Where's Sexy Ned Flanders that kind of lowered down this pop as terms to the ranking on this top 10 list. Although the detail is awesome and it is a contender for possibly top 50 Funko Pops of 2021. And then coming in at number 8, taking the number 8 spot, is the Specialty Series exclusive. I'm going to call it Good Omens 2-pack. I'm not going to bother pronouncing the names. You guys who are fans of Good Omens would know the name. Pretty cool 2-pack. I like the sculpts involving the wings and whatever objects they have in their hands. If I were to choose one, it would be this 2-pack over the commons and chases variants of each character. So I think this is really cool. And a lot of retailers have actually sold out of this pop, but it's lower on my list because I don't really know much about Good Omens. So kind of the personal reaction is down on this. Then coming in at number 4 is Mew. This overall is probably the best Pokemon pop out of this wave. I love the way that Mew looks with the pink going on, and especially those blue eyes just pop out really well. And the only reason it's not in the top 3 is because, of course, it's got to share the hype with the other 3 pops. So kind of the hype is down for that reason. Unless it was by itself, then it probably would have been higher. And then coming in at number 2 will be the Amazon exclusive Boneyard Undertaker. Love this pop. Super surprised about this. It was a huge surprise element, which is why it kind of skyrocketed to nearly the top pop. But I just don't think that what was the number 1 pop of December, which you guys can click the little suggestion thingy above to go view that podcast where we did that top 10 list. I think that number 1 with hype, detail, personal reaction was better than the Boneyard Undertaker pop. All right, so I guess now it's time to move on to the January 2021 Funko Pops, which there aren't that many Funko Pops, and there is a reasonable explanation for this, and that is because of the fact that, for those that might not have known yet, that Funko had announced Funko Fair 2021. That's going to be happening now this upcoming Tuesday, January 19th. That's when it's kicking off, and it will end on Friday, January 29th. So it's a near 2-week event with different announcements, which so far Funko has actually confirmed that licensors such as Warner Brothers, which include DC, NBC, I think Marvel, Star Wars, and Pokemon have confirmed that they'll be participating in Funko Fair 2021 with announcements such as Pops, sodas, Loungefly products, Funko games, all being announced within those licensors. So, of course, there could be some Pokemon Pops announced, or who knows? Could we get Pokemon Funko sodas? Huh? Who knows? But also NBC making it pretty much official that we're probably going to get some new Office Pops announced next week, I believe, unless they want to throw a curveball. And who knows? Will we finally get Brooklyn Nine-Nine Pops? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, so without further ado, let's talk about the 4 announcements that we only have for January so far, because Funko's being quiet until the 19th when they kick off the morning with a brand new edition of Funko Fun TV with some announcements. So kicking off January 4th, Funko had confirmed on the Funko app of a black and white Negan from The Walking Dead, which this was a part of the recent Walking Dead supply drop subscription box, and that is available now. Then on the next day, on January 5th, Hot Topic and GameStop respectively had announced their own exclusive Miles Morales pop with that lineup, which we got ourselves a upside down winter suit Miles Morales, which will be exclusive to Hot Topic and is expected to release as early as February 2021. And then we got ourselves a glow-in-the-dark programmable suit Miles Morales, which this will be EB Games / GameStop exclusive, and this is expected to release as early as March 2021. And then on January 9th, Funko had confirmed on the Funko.com website in their shop section of the Valentine's Day Star Wars Pops, which we have 4 of them. We have Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, Chewbacca, and Yoda, in which, of course, on the website, I think only Yoda, I believe, is available on the Funko Shop website. The rest have since sold out. So the black and white Negan pop, it's all right. The only cool thing I like is that when they made this black and white, is that they added the blood on there that is still red. And I think that's really cool. And I love how you can actually see on the box the blood that's smeared on there, especially that bloody handprint on the side of the box. I think that's really cool. But other than that, I just think, why are you continuing Walking Dead, especially when the show, I don't think it's over yet, if I'm not mistaken, but it's soon going to be over, and that you're just reprinting previous pops now and just making different variants. These Miles Morales pops are really cool. Now, for those that are wondering, there are some common Miles Morales pops involved with this, but Funko has not confirmed them yet, essentially, on their website or any social media platforms. They're kind of keeping quiet, like I mentioned, because of Funko Fair 2021. So maybe we'll get those confirmation then, although there are so many retailers that are actually having these common pops up on pre-order. We will talk about these exclusive ones, though, which the upside down winter suit variant, really cool. I love the idea of Miles Morales just hanging off of a web upside down, and he's holding up a peace sign, which I think is really cool. And then the glow in the dark Miles Morales is also really cool. The red pops out really nice. At least I hope that's what's going to happen with this pop. And it also reminds me of like Iron Spider because of like the kind of mechanical arms, I'm going to call them, with this pop. I think it looks really, really cool. Then we got ourselves the Valentine's Day Star Wars pops, which at first when I heard about these, it was like, nah, really more holiday pops, especially for Valentine's Day. But then glam shot wise, I look at them and I'm like, wow, these actually don't look too bad. And then I actually seen photos of them in person because some retailers, even smaller retailers, have been getting them in, and these actually look fantastic. Like, these are some of the best holiday pops that Funko has produced as terms to the overall pop look and the box, which it's kind of hard to see, but actually not only is the box cool because it's got pink, red, and black on them, but on the characters' bases, they actually have little Valentine's Day quotes, which Darth Vader says, "Join the heart side." There's Stormtrooper, which I'm pretty sure that quote says, "You are the droid I'm looking for." Chewbacca's is, "I choose you." And then Yoda's, I'm pretty sure, is "Mine you will be." And then not only that, on the top of the box, there's actually a little tag that's printed where it says "to and from," like you're giving this as a Valentine's Day like card or gift. It's better than a lot of some of the holiday pops we've gotten over the years, whether it's Valentine's Day, Halloween.
So some more Walking Dead pops. Yeah, the show's not quite over yet. I've been meaning to get back into it because some of my coworkers talk about it and it just seems like I need to get back into it. I'm so far behind, but I did like the show years and years ago when I used to watch it. This Negan pop is good. I like the fact that you have the red blood and then the black and white or gray, I guess you could say, pop. It kind of reminds me of like Sin City in a way. The Miles Morales, this is cool. I like this winter suit version. An upside down pop is just a funny thing to see in a box. Like I know recently we've seen it with like the Duffer Brothers 2-packs. And then the glow in the dark one. That one is also very, very cool. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on color wise because obviously it is what it is. But I think this is going to look really, really cool considering how much red there is and just how I think in person this thing is just going to look so sweet. Then these Valentine's Day pops. I've had mixed opinions on these. When they first got announced, I looked at them and I was like, Valentine's pops, not gonna get any of these. And then I looked at them and I go, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get one of them. And then I was deciding, I'm like, do I get Darth Vader or do I get Chewbacca? Because Chewbacca's always been my favorite Star Wars character, and I have a collection of Chewbacca stuff. And then I kind of looked at them more and I decided I'm just going to get all four of them. These are sweet. I really, really like these. And I didn't even know about the quotes, and that just makes them so much better. I just wish I had someone who loved me enough to gift them to me.
I guess it's going to be a little bit of a bromance this Valentine's Day. I'll hook you up, maybe. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this week's podcast. If you enjoyed this week's edition of a Funko Popcast, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comments section below on what your favorite pops have been this week, and let me know what do you want announced at Funko Fair 2021. Press that subscribe button for more content like this podcast and any other videos we do on the channel in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. And if you haven't yet, follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at a Funko Popcast. It'll be listed in the description below. But anyways, guys, thank you for listening to this week's podcast, and we hope to see you guys next week on a Funko Popcast. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.
Peace in, peace out.